I'm going to start the video for Justina. And ladies, today we are, I'm like thinking, where do I put my sandals? Probably somewhere here. Ta-da! Today we are having a lovely session. I prepared. I had an additional extra hour to like really check everything and like make sure you're gonna love it. So please get yourself comfortable in a child pose. We're gonna begin, and just keep water nearby. That's always, a great thing to have. So take a little sip if you want to, and spreading the knees a little wider, placing the toes flat. We're going to stretch and actually dive into this practice, beginning in a child pose, just touching the floor with the forehead, and with a common exhalation, with a sigh, completely losing the resistance, just enjoying the moment. Notice your breathing, notice your body space. And with exhalations, start introducing yourself into Ujjayi breathing. So I'm going to remind you, it's the type of breath that is switching us to parasympathetic nerve system mode. You do it through slightly contracting your throat and kind of pushing the air to the back of your throat with this noise. You may have heard that sound maybe around the person who sleeps in the deep phase of the sleep, and sometimes we do this through the night, this kind of breathing as well. So exhaling, just contract the throat a little bit and pleasantly push the air through the back of your throat with the sound. Let's give ourselves a couple more breaths just to get used to this. Exhaling, relaxing into your child pose and feeling the soft air kind of tickling your throat, warming up your throat, and most importantly, hearing the sound and calming yourself. Keep breathing through the nose, recognizing the sense of the space in your chest, in your full body. Breathe into spaces that you feel needed the most right now, and exhale and just continue enjoying this pleasant, ticklish, relieving feeling of Ujjayi breath. Let's do one more. Exhale with Ujjayi breath. And right now be the great moment to set the intention, to invite the state that you are targeting to. So just ask yourself or let your body bring you the feeling, remind you of that feeling that you want to approach in this hour after the session. So one more breath, softly inhale into your nose. Exhaling with Ujjayi, letting your system know that you're relaxing, you're already in part of the sympathetic system, restoring, regenerating, opening up, and inviting the new state, moving through the shift. And as soon as you're ready with a common inhalation, elevate your torso a little bit and walk your hands to the left. So the left side of the body will be slightly contracted and the right be stretched with a common Ujjayi exhalation. Just rest with the square shoulders, square hips. Let your torso be neutral, parallel to the floor. Let your neck be relaxed. And a couple more breaths. Of course, remember you're allowed to move. More than welcome to move and adjust. Kind of find your space here, find your version of this position here. Continue experimenting also with your head positioning and allow yourself the soft Ujjayi breaths to follow. With a common inhalation, let's return to the center and start walking the hands to the right. So the right side of the body is contracted, the left is stretched, and soft exhalation, Ujjayi breath, relaxing through the hips, through the thighs, through the shoulders, just remaining neutral and parallel to the ground. Soft breath into the space that you feel needs it the most right now. Softening and relaxing, kind of giving up to this extension in your body, into extending into the space when breathing in, and with exhalation, just pleasantly relaxing, letting the tissue know that it's okay. Now with a common inhale, slowly walk yourself back to the center. Now we're going to shift forwards and continue remain, in connection with the intuition. So with a common exhalation, we're going to round the back, pressing up pleasantly through both knees and palms, just activating the abs, activating the obliques, and pressing up, like really crunching nicely. With a common inhale, we're going to relax into the cow pose, just dropping the pelvis down, the belly, not overwhelming our low back, of course, but rotating the shoulders and hips slightly externally, so like feeling opening up. And with the exhalations, we're pressing up through the palms and knees, rounding the back, sucking the navel in, like really actively letting the tissue in the back know that it's stretching and the front is really activated. That is sucking the belly in. Let's do one more inhale, and when the inhale comes softly through the nose, just relax. Let your body weight invite you lower. Than in order to get into this open bend, like back bend kind of feeling, just rotate your shoulders and thighs a little bit. Feel how the sitting bones are spread, and then pleasantly lengthen through your spine. Feel like the lengthening is present from the tailbone and right into your crown. With the exhalation, pressing against the palms and knees, actively crunch right now. Suck the belly in, hide that navel in. Feel the flat belly. Feel the effort, feel the activation all over your body. And next, inhale and shift slightly forwards and drop your hips down in an upper facing dog. Similar, like in a cow pose, rotating the shoulders, elevating, lengthening. Now try to tighten the kneecaps, contract the glutes, feel your stable pelvis. And now with the coming exhalation, pressing up against your palms, shift the body weight enough on the knees and crunch again, round the back. And two more, inhale and drop the hips towards your thumbs. Rotate the shoulders externally, pleasantly lengthening through your neck into the crown. Contract those glutes, try to tighten the kneecaps, lift them up, and now with exhalation, stand the kneecaps back. Press up against your palms and make sure you're dividing the pressure. Now you're steady on your knees, crunching. And one last time, inhale and send the weight forwards. Lowering your hips, feel it through your chest, rotate open your shoulders, lengthen into the crown, feel the long natural spine. And exhaling, pressing up against your palms initially. Start pressing up against your knees to round the back. Very good. Next move, we're going to rise and lift the right palm, turning the palm center towards ourselves. Now, before moving forward, just take a quick look. I'm going to invite you into two versions of this. So first one is known. You can just remain here, trying to make your shoulders more square, reaching with the left hand like this, leaning on your nose, tip, and mouth, or like this on the temple, whichever feels good. And the third option for today be with the left leg elevated, trying to flex your ankle, activate, engage the glute, and additional very nice cherry on top of this cake would be laying the left wrist on your sacrum and try to balance like through this external rotation, looking and up, looking. I guess I'm going to modify some words today. Okay, so you can do each of this version, the one that feels most appealing to you today, whether you're here for this shoulder stretch mostly or for this new opening, feeling like you're pressing against your temple, against the shoulder, and of course pulling the left heel up, feeling like somebody's picking you up from the ground, almost like in a fallen angel position. Controlling the balance through a glute contraction. So which one feels like, oh, I enjoy it the most, just do that. And once you're ready, with a common inhalation, press up against your left palm, return to the table pose. And here we're going to do some intuitive rotation. So right now your torso is just drawing circles around the floor, connected with your breathing. Still use the ujjayi, soft inhale through your nose. Half circle and soft ujjayi. Another half circle, and after about three circles, we're going to change the direction. Soft inhalations, and just like allow everything to be on the move. Maybe you start feeling like you want to rotate your head, or like do something unusual, do something, some add-on, some freestyle. You're more than welcome to it. Now after about 3 circles, we're going to stop in the center, and with the common inhalation, driving the left palm towards ourselves. Now we lean on the left shoulder. Whether you want to lay your sternum flat and reach forwards, something pretty similar like the child pose was in the beginning, or you're more decided to lean on your temple and feel like I need this torso rotation right now. Maybe it'd be good for your middle of the back, or the first option was precisely for your shoulder stretch. Whether you want to feel like more activated, then you are raising your that's the right heel up, flexing the ankle, and immediately feeling like you're pulling, driving that foot away from the hips. So there you go, really through your glutes, really activating the glutes. And if you want to practice this, you can lay the back of your right palm on your sacrum right now, just mastering this balance, because it's so easy to fall on the back, of course, but because you are tightening your belly, you're contracting the glutes, you're there. You're not gonna fall. You're just feeling how you're lengthening through the neck right now, pushing actively against that left temple. If you chose this, this will activate some really crucial tissue in your body. So you're gonna activate some stretch through activating the strength. So what needs to strengthen will, what needs to kind of invite some space will. So each of us chose our option, whichever was more apparent. And with the common inhalation, we're gonna press up against our hands and return to the center. Right now we're gonna just tuck the toes, return to the seated position for a second. And either, I'm going to give you again 2 options. Either you're going to massage your wrist like this, just creating a band with the hand and rotating the fist, or you can place the backs of your hands on the mat, the side with the nails, and then you're going to just draw some circles above. You can do both, we have time, or you can actually just choose whatever feels more like me today, whatever you need. Okay. All right. So either or, you're massaging your wrist or pressing up against the ground. The next move, as soon as you're ready, we're placing the palms flat again, returning to the table pose. And now when we're going to be exhaling, we will be raising the left hand, turning the wrist inwards, shoulder inwards. So where the watch goes towards the floor. So this is exhale. Then with the inhale, we're going to open the hand and drive it upwards and then forwards to the front. And then with exhalation, shifting the hips to the back, again, turning the wrist inwards. Inhale, so feel like you're grabbing the space up and forwards. Exhale, wrist down, shifting the hips, and one more inhale. Reach up, reach forwards. Feel this is your full body activation. Exhale, wrist to the hip. And now we're going to just simply change the direction. So now with the inhalation, we're going upwards, and with exhalation, wrist down, hips to the back and down. And again, inhale, palm up, exhale, wrist down. One more, feel like you're grabbing the space here, or the cloud of energy, driving it forwards above your head, and then turning the palm to the back, wrist goes down. Okay, now again, we can shake our hands, make some crossing waves, just gently inviting some activity into the body, not overwhelmingly. And as soon as we're ready, we're returning to the table pose. And then when the next exhalation comes, we drive the right wrist towards the right hip and kind of pulling the hips to the back. Now inhale and open the palm centers, rise up, reach forwards. Now really actively reach, pull, and with the exhalation, wrist down, wrist towards the hip, hips to the back. Inhale, up and forwards, like somebody, like you're almost not on the mat. You're like reach and then exhale and wrist to the hip, wrist down. One last inhale, grab that space, like you really want to reach that sky, reach that ceiling, front wall, and then exhale, or in my case it's a tree. Now once we return to the back, change the direction. Now open the palm, like you're grabbing the space, grabbing the energy from the back to the front, reaching up and then rotating through your shoulder, like trying to reach something in the back. This activates multiple tissue. It's not only about your shoulder, as seems maybe obvious in the beginning, but it's about more engagement. Your rib cage connected to the pelvis, even to your feet, your skull, all, all is connected. Nice. Now we're gonna just stay in the middle. Be a good moment to take a sip of water. Again, if you feel like you want to open your rib cage, to open it for more breath, for fullest inhalation, then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, or hydrate. And as soon as you're ready, we're going to begin with the first set of core activation. So it looks very, very easy, and as it should be, as the first round. So what are we going to do? We're going to lean on the right elbow, and as we are allocated here on our knees, on the elbow, so the left hand may be stretched forwards. For your stability, like this, or bend the elbow, just stabilize yourself. I need your attention right now. So first thing, we're going to be crunching, but not through the back, but mostly just activating the abs, sucking the belly button in, and feeling how our ribs are rolling in. This is very important to activate your obliques so your diaphragm doesn't take that function of contraction and, kind of keeping your rib cage in a position. So first, awaken your attention and do those crunches, but crunches through hips to the ribs, and then suck it in. Yep. And second important element, we will be doing this crunch and we'll be pressing up against the elbow. Okay, both. So in order to just like get this running, for the first 3 reps right now, begin in this position. With the exhalation, contract the pelvic floor, start rotating the hips, driving them inwards. Kind of also through the oblique activation, roll your ribs inwards, suck the belly in. Give me the thumb up with your left hand that you feel your abs activation, like it's burning already, right? And then with all this, while you hold this tight muscle activation, press up through the elbow. Okay, you kind of pushing all the space between your scapulas upwards. Okay, with the inhalation, slightly relax, just not like this, right? Just like slightly moving towards the floor. And then with exhalation, again, suck the belly in, roll the hips, the ribs, feel that burn. You don't have to do like super movement. You activate it, you feel the burn, and then press up against the right elbow. Just make sure you're not doing any rotation in your torso. Okay, again, inhaling, slightly relax, just let yourself be, and with exhalation, roll the hips, roll the ribs in, belly in, and press up against that elbow. Now stay here, and we're gonna just count 10 seconds. Okay, you're not letting anything go right now. You're not relaxing. You're just sucking that belly in, rolling the ribs, rolling the hips. Feel it firm wall, abdominal wall, and you're not hanging on your shoulder. Okay, so you're not doing anything like returning here. You're really pulling, pressing all that space between your scapula upwards. 5 more seconds. Yeah, I guess I lied. It's already been 10, but okay, 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and now start pulsing for next 10, 9. So you still hold it up and you pulse. 2, 3, like try to press even higher and don't rotate. Be square. Now 5 more, 4 more. Like this left hand is like, it's for the symbol. Like we're not really holding to the ground. We're really balancing against that elbow. The last push. Okay. And next, what we're going to do, we're going to just walk ourselves forwards. Stretch that right hand outside, gently lay in the right temple, and then softly turn with a common inhalation. Of course, rotation happens mostly through the chest, much less in your lower back or in the bottom of the spine. So just do it to open the front. Let's do one more soft breath into the nose. And exhale through the mouth, or with Ujjayi. I'll go into return back to the center. I hope my microphone works well. Hope Justina will give me the feedback because I'm actively laying on it and I'm wondering just what kind of noises she's going to hear on the video. But let's hope it will work well. And please give me a thumb up as you felt the activation. So if you didn't have a chance to notice that right now, you can lay again, like maybe lay in the left temple, left cheek on the floor, and just compare the sensation in your abs, in the right shoulder versus left shoulder, or let's say left oblique, right oblique. In general, feeling of firmness in your belly tissue, in your core tissue. And as soon as you're ready, if you feel that difference between the
right oblique and the left at the moment, between certain change in your right, left shoulder, give me a thumb up. If there is a question, if any comments, please feel welcome to turn on the mic anytime. Okay, perfect. So as soon as you're ready, please return to the table pose. And this time we're going to be leaning on the left elbow. And let's check shoulders and hips to be square. So typically we may want to be doing this, like just relax and hanging here more like in a cow pose. But with the coming 3 exhalations, what we're going to be doing is rotating the hips, crunching those ribs in, burning abs, burning obliques, and just sucking the belly button in, like feeling the flattest, leanest ever, and pressing up against that elbow. And with inhalation, soft relaxation. So right hand is optional, can be reaching forwards, just laying it here. With the exhale again, crunch, suck the belly button in, press up against that left elbow, remaining square with no rotation. Push all the space between your scapulas higher up. And again, so what we do here, we reset. We strengthen the core, we reset the diaphragm, overwhelming contraction, and we also, with this pressing up momentum, we're really releasing the trapezius and the shoulder activity or responsibility. We send it all into the core. So you can be focused on what you're working here for. And after 3 reps, we go into stay in statics here for 10 seconds. So just keep holding it, keep crunching in, keep feeling your strongest abdominal wall. Also keep sucking it in, almost like in vacuum. Like feel your belly button is pushing your sacrum higher and your left elbow pushing all the space in between your scapulas higher. So this will tell your neck like you don't have to be tight. Yeah, you can be free, leave. Like all these guys are gonna do this work. Let's do 5 more seconds. 4, keep square, keep pushing, like feel how big of potential is in your left shoulder, how much space is there. 2, 1, it doesn't have to be collapsed and contracted with all this, responsibilities of ours that we know. Now for the next 10, we're gonna pulse. 10, 9, so there's still more potential. 7, yeah, keep burning your abs and keep pushing against that left elbow. 4, 3, 2, 1, and the last. Now perfect. Now softly release this position, lay on your belly, stretch the left arm outside. With the inhalation, start rotating to your right, walking that right foot behind the left leg and gently touch on the floor with the left temple. Couple breaths, just opening the space in your chest. Soft breath in and exhale with a sigh or with ujjayi. And again. Now with the inhale, we go into return back. And pressing up again into the table pose, allowing ourselves freedom of drinking water right now or doing those intuitive movements, or maybe sitting again and waving arms. Any option, just be alive, be you, choose what feels good. And as soon as you're going to be ready, also perhaps you feel like your wrists need some support, this massage, or press the backs of your palms to the floor and make some intuitive movements. Yeah, do you. As soon as you're ready, meet me again in the table pose, please. Now also maybe quite interesting, you may already sense some firmness in your abs, like certain stabilization in your torso, and you also may start sensing some relief in the neck. If something like this happens, you can give me a thumb up. I'd be glad to see that thumb. If that's not what you're experiencing currently, it's okay. Let's keep going. So from the table pose, next what we're doing, we're tucking the toes, and with exhalations we begin to do the same, like rolling the hips in, directing the ribs deeper in, and sucking the belly button actively in. 10 reps. Inhaling, soft relaxation, not the full cow pose, but just like a bit softer. With exhale, so you feel the amplitude of the movement. Exhale and start actively activating. Crunch the ribs, crunch the hips, suck the belly in, and inhale and relax. Exhaling again, roll it all in, suck it all in. So you'll start feeling, not that you actively press against your palms, you don't have to, or knees, but just you feel like as you activate the core, you actually feel like, whoa, I'm going away from the ground. When you relax, you're like bloop, relaxing, kind of closer to the floor. Again, exhale, ribs, hips, belly button in. So let the core elevate your spine against the floor upwards, not your hands, not your knees. Feel how much of a potential is there in you. So exhale, ribs crunch your hips, suck the belly button in, feel that movement upwards, and inhale in just soft relaxation, just slightly movement down. Exhale, hips, ribs, belly button. It may be invisible like visually, but I'm sure you feel it. You feel all the work there. Okay, so I think 5 more. Inhale and relaxing with exhalation. Like be ready, be prepared. Now, right soon it's gonna get a bit harder. Okay, so right now you're just searching for that muscle. You keep searching. It's okay if you like still trying to connect. So roll the hips, roll the ribs, feel the burn. And as much as you activate the core, a lot of things in your back start feeling relief. Less compression in your neck, less compression in your diaphragm, less compression in your shoulders. Okay, let's do 2 more. Inhale, relax. Just let the ribs movement. Simply find that relaxation, that depth, and then with exhalation, roll, suck. Like, yeah, you gotta be this like like super firm belly, super burning belly. Last one with exhalation, roll the hips, roll the ribs, feel that elevation. And right now, elevate your knees upwards. We're gonna stay here for 10. Not too high, you don't have to go all the way up, just maybe centimeter from the ground. I want you to hold those knees just with your core, just with this Michael Jackson hip rotation. Roll in the crunch ribs in, crunch enough not to round your back, but just to feel that flat, really burning up. And then also in addition, suck the belly button in while your tissue is already contracted. Like try to press it to the inward spine surface. Okay, and for the next 10 seconds we're just gonna pulse. We're gonna be just elevating the knees a little higher, not with any bouncy movement, but just through deeper core activation. Like try to do it through your core. Like see, I can pull the knees higher up, I can pull them up, I can. Yeah, 5 more. And 4, like make that app really burn. And 3 and 2 and 1. And now you're gonna stop for another 10 seconds. I know your quads may be burning. It's okay. Try to transfer more of that work. Lower your knees, but try to keep holding. 5 seconds. 4, 3, we can do it. 2, 1, and now return. Shift your right knee in between your thumbs with the square hips. Just sit yourself down. First, we're going just to rest in the pigeon pose. So if you're turning a little bit to the right, return. It's okay to lift your hip a little bit. Find the proper position for your right heel, but really feel like there is space for your belly to be here, to keep your hips as square as possible. Now, stretching arms forwards. Finding your best breath. Soft inhalations into your nose. Deep relieving exhalations with Ujjayi or sigh. Now find the space that needs the most of your breathing right now, or needs your breathing the most. And if you feel like it, with the coming inhalation, you can walk your hands to the right to contract the right side of the body and to stretch the left a little more. Again, return to relaxing with the square shoulders, square hips. Just 1 more breath. Soft inhalation into your nose. Deep exhale, Ujjayi or sigh. Keep letting your system know we are in a parasympathetic mode to regenerate, to restore. And with the coming inhale, return to the center. Now rise up, start walking yourself up till it feels good without any breaking in your low back. As soon as you feel like I want to be higher, but I start feeling my low back, contract those glutes. Let them support your pelvis position. And with the coming inhale, with the tall head, chin above the left shoulder, look to the back. Now with the exhalation, keep burning them glutes and find the left foot in your palms. Start turning back to the center and like invite that left foot closer to your glute. S feels good for both, for your left quad and for your left shoulder. So don't do anything like squeezing that shoulder too much. Just rest it. Let the leg be further away. But release any tension in your trapezius muscle. Just softly with that elbow. Bring the foot as close as feels good. Relax the right glute right now. Try to give it more stretch so your right hip could relax and you could return into more square position. Your hips could go a little lower in to the ground. One more breath. Now with the common inhalation, we release that left foot. We are bringing ourselves up, exhaling right now. Crucial moment when we bring that leg into the plank. We're doing our ab activation, our core activation. Now we're gonna wiggle that left foot towards the left palm and return to the left knee. Now either we are higher above here, but we're leaning on the small pinky toe edge. So the leg is not normally like ahead of you, but it's kind of by diagonal on your mat. And either you're going to be just doing this through external right hip rotation, bend in the knee, straightening if you want to be higher. If that's okay for you, you can just lean on the fingertips or flat palms, bend in the knee. Be attentive here to your knee joint, as we don't want to overwhelm it too much, but as long as feels good. Through external hip rotation, just driving your hips. This feels like a bit more advanced version of pigeon pose, where your knee is further away, so there's much more going on for your right hip, for your knee, for the external leg line. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more shifts forwards with inhalation, as long as feels good for your right knee. Keep opening that right hip. Exhale. Now we're going to bend the right knee enough, as still feels good, and we will be opening up. So to make sure that you're still leaning on the small pinky toe edge here, like that, and you will be opening, elevating your right arm up, rotating both shoulders externally, like look through your right armpit and contracting both of your glutes. Just grab that left foot into your right palm. First, let the foot move away. So this will perfectly open and stretch your right shoulder. You're here to feel this, to experience this chest opening. So nothing compresses it, nothing is bothering you. Just start breathing with your full chest. Feel that the space also integrates with your abdominal cavity, with your neck, with your skull. And then as soon as you're ready, with the exhalation, you'll be trying to bring, but softly, gently, not to ruin this harmony that you've created. Bring the left foot a bit closer towards your right glute. This feels almost like your legs are in the same line. Your right thigh, your right shin are in the same line with your left thigh and left shin. Armpits are decompressed, shoulders are externally rotated. Press up against the left palm. If it will make you kind of feel happier, you can always lean on the left elbow. Yeah, check it out. Maybe this will give you more control, more balance. And now last final breath. Again, not to get you confused, you are balancing here on this external thigh rotation on your small pinky toe edge. Okay, like that. Okay, now let's exit this position. Let's let the left leg go. Let's place the right palm back on the floor and drive the right foot a little further forwards, this time stepping it flat on the floor. Now please give me a thumb up if everything's visible, everything's clear. Perfect. All right, so first we're going to just drop both of our hips down. Now tuck the left foot toes, pressing up against your fingertips. With a common inhale, tighten the left knee up. Just bring your square hips upwards. Now with the exhalation, rotating the shoulders externally, bring up the chest, feel the neutral torso according to your neutral spinal line. And now with the inhale, we're going to be rotating shoulders externally and elevating the palms up. With the exhalation, rolling through the hips, driving the ribs in. We're just doing the fierce or shh any noise, any really annoying noise, with this sh or it will really make your core muscles activate and kind of like contract. So we're going to do this 5 times. Inhale and reaching up, warrior one. Exhale. This, if you want to feel more mobility in your hips, you can bend the back left knee and do this. Inhale. Either you trust that, okay, I activate my core, same as you did in the table pose, or help yourself with more obvious knee bending. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Okay, you don't have to do like drastic motion, you just need to feel it. Okay, the core got activated. Now with the common inhale, stretch your arms. With the exhalation, place the palms into Namaste pose. Inhale and start with a tall neck, with a tall chin. Start rotating, looking through your right shoulder. Feel the twist, and only then lean on the right knee with your left elbow. So don't crunch. Turn gracefully around your natural spine, only then kind of lower that natural spinal line, maybe a bit lower. Either stay here, or if you want, you can look down, step the left foot a little closer. Now with inhalations, we're pressing the left heel to the ground. Both knee cups are tight. With exhale, bend the knee again. Inhale, straighten, exhale. So you can choose whether you want to do this dynamic part or just remain and breathe in the previous static version. Also, to make it easier, you can always lean on the left knee. Just my favor to us, just don't crunch, don't like give up and lay on the thigh. Keep rotating. I wouldn't even say press up against the left elbow, because that's not what's happening. You're so actively turning, you're so actively looking through that right shoulder that you are a goddess. You're so strong. You're not leaning on anything, you're moving there. Yeah, and you're just staying in this shape. Okay, if you've been doing the dynamics, then you got to do 3, 5, 7 reps. Okay, feel that right glute. Whoa, it's there. Now everyone, with a common inhale, return with the palms on the floor. And next we're going to be stepping that that's right leg to the back. And as you already feel it burning, don't stop. You go into, with the square shoulder, square hips, you're elevating that right knee, the flexed leg up, feeling the same grilling right glute. And with the exhale, with a very, very high arch, you're setting that right knee behind the left knee, crossing your shins. Inhale, and you're elevating this leg super high up, but without breaking in your spine. Remain here neutral. But you do the high arch, so you make this glute burn even more. And you're throwing it, or you're moving it, driving it towards the right shoulder. Not necessarily you reach it, just the direction, so you make that right glute work. So again, inhale, up, and then exhale behind the left knee. Inhale as high as you can, but through, not through your hamstring, not through anything else, through the glute. So find, connect with that glute and direct it to the shoulder. With exhalation, highest peak behind the left knee. There was 3, okay? I bet you already feel the burn. Give me a thumb up of any hand if you feel the burn. That's it. So let's do at least 3 more. And no doing this, no breaking in the low back, okay? Be stable. Make the glute ask for help, like ask for mercy. Okay, that was 3. Let's do just 3 more. Okay, I'm sure we can do it through the highest peak. Like you're doing not the straight line movement, you're doing this half circle, because thusly you'll find the place like, oh, there I feel my glute the most burning. Okay, if you'll be just doing those wavings, you won't find that place. Okay, let's do the final. Okay, and now please drop that right knee forwards between your thumbs, cross or throw the shins to the sides of the mat and sit into Gamuthasana. If this one was too drastic for you, you can always stretch the left leg and then lay the right knee on top. Just breathe, just enjoy. With a common inhale, roll your shoulders in, wrist in. With the exhalation, drive your natural spine forwards. Relax. If that for some reason would not work, you can always shift your hands forwards, use them as a support, even bending the elbows and supporting your head. So that's where we're gonna be for the next couple minutes. Just breathing, just making sure everything feels good. Okay, Natasha, as alternative, you can lean your elbows on the top of the right knee and just set the forehead in here. So what is important for me is this connection here between the glute and the bottom ribs. Yeah, the right kidney. So thusly, this position here, either you can relax on the top of your legs or using your hands to open that space in here so you could breathe into that. That is important not only for the pleasure. I mean, how should I explain this? It has a lot with cortisol. So if we're stressing our kidney, if we're doing those unpleasant back bends or then we're stressing the kidneys. Right now, it's not what was happening, but in addition, to provide this therapeutic effect, opening that space, just letting that area receive those breaths, receive those calming vibrations, just the rhythmical breath in, breath out. It would really make a huge deal for our hormonal system, because cortisol partially has relationship to the glands that are allocated above our kidneys. So just give yourself this pleasant feeling of like bathe in that area, bathe in the kidney area in some love right now through your breathing. So it doesn't matter which option was that, just laying on the crossed legs or just kind of rounding your back using your arms as support. Both will work perfectly. And as soon as you're ready, let's sit up straight. Inhaling with a common inhalation, rotating shoulders externally. Bring your arms up, pleasantly reach up, and then with the exhale, turning to your right, looking through the right shoulder with a tall, neutral chin. Now drop the hands down. Just first settle in this position. Make sure you're not falling anywhere. You're just rotating. And again, not because your hands are doing this. We turned, we placed our palms into Namaste. We're all this is arranged with our deep core tissue. You are twisting your torso with those muscles, not with any leaders. And then just gentle touch. So demonstrate yourself your inner power, how masterful that was. And as soon as you're ready to move further, right now, feeling this balance, feeling this internal harmony, just gently leaning on the right hand, not like all the way, like already using it in full mode. What we're going to do next, we're turning the right, sorry, that's left. Of course, left wrist towards ourselves, like what time it is now, bringing it closer to the face, reaching kind of behind and then above the head, and kind of grabbing the space, reaching forwards, and again, turning the wrist towards ourselves, and not breaking much in the back, but more like just with this intention of reaching through the hand behind the head and then upwards, forwards, and then again inhaling. This is very symbolic. You're not really leaning on it. It's just a gentle touch. Again, which hour is that? Left wrist towards the face, then reach above and behind the head, and then move that arm forwards. Touch the right knee. Return to the center. Just for a second, sit and observe. If you're done and kind of bored with this leg position, and you can just sit in any average one, just listen to your body. We're doing very schematic moves, but they engage certain tissue that connects our hands to the elbow joints, shoulder joints, with the scapula, with the collarbone. So listen right now to the right side of the body, left side of the body. What is corresponding to you? What is like, okay, I'm here. What is vibrating? What feels lighter? You might just find a very, very simple but effective answer, like why we're doing those moves. Why those fascial moves are so important, because they reveal and relieve much tension. They change the pattern of tension in the body drastically. You may even feel like part of your neck or part of the back of the top of your chest is kind of lighter. As soon as you're ready, please open the eyes. Give me a thumb up if you feel this difference that I just described, or something similar to it? Perfect, thank you. Now we're going to return to the table pose to perform the one more round of the wonderful things we've been doing here. And so let's start with the intuitive movement. You still have a moment, a good moment to drink some water. Okay. And just for a second, let's get into the child pose. Move your knees wider out, connect your toes, and with the inhalation, reach forwards in front of you. Lay the forehead or touch the floor with the nose tip or lips, or if that feels too low, you can always bend the elbows and support your head with your hands. Kind of vibing with that beginning of the class when you were just breathing and settling into your intention. Just both observing your current state and what has already changed. Keep supporting that, keep being open in your state of observer. Keep using those gentle breaths, soft inhalation into your nose. Ujjayi exhalation, sending the air into the back of your throat. Keep inviting the state, or figure that you're already in one. And as soon as you're ready, let's open the eyes. Let's shift ourselves ups and forwards to get back into the table pose. Now let's either keep knees apart, or you can connect the knees together. This time we're going to tuck the toes, and we're going to begin with our crunches to activate the core. So for the first three, just deal with it. Just find it again. Connect the inner thighs or contract the inner thighs, suck the belly in, roll the hips, roll the ribs with inhalation, soft relaxation. Again, exhale. Do find that amplitude. You feel elevation, not with any press up, but just through the core activation. One last with exhale. Crunch, but without rounding the spine, just feeling this extreme power, this strength within you. And with the calming exhalation, just elevate the knees very little distance, 1 centimeter, even less, 10 seconds. Already been here for good 4. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now start pulsing. So there is still a way to elevate the knees a little higher, not through the press ups, not through any bouncing movement. Find that core. So you're doing all these chpoinks, and suck that belly button in. Let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1. And once you get a little higher, stay here. Lower the knees, maybe a little lower. Yeah, your thighs may burn, your inner thighs. Keep sucking the belly button in, keep holding, keep engaging those obliques, that abdominal wall that supports your ribs, that supports your hips. Don't make your diaphragm do that for you daily. Just cultivate those necessary muscles. That's it. Now we're lowering the knees finally down, and we're slipping the left knee in between our thighs, finding the comfort of pleasant pigeon pose. And we're gonna stretch our hands forwards, remaining square. Or if you already feel like, I gotta turn my torso to the left, contracting the left side of the body more, stretching through the right, can do that. So either or, any option is good. Just keep inviting the refreshing, opening the space in your body. Inhales. Exhale with your ujjayi. Keep letting yourself know that you're detoxifying from stress, from tension, from anything that overwhelms or compresses you. Let your body unpack, this type of feeling. One more breath. And as soon as you're ready, with a calming inhale, walk your palms closer. Elevate your torso to the pleasant level without any compression or breakage in your in your back, in your low back. It's also okay to lean on your elbows. You can still do that. Now contract the glutes, tighten them up, and bring the right foot into your right palm. You can be looking through the right shoulder gracefully with a tall chin, or just trust the feeling, because you are supposed to return to the center and then just bring that right foot closer with your. Oh, wait a second. Just a quick question. Are we doing it with? Yeah, we're doing it with the right leg. Yeah, just to make sure that we're not repeating the same leg. You guys are tracking that, right? Thumb up. Not to stretch the same quad again. One more breath. Whatever feels good. Of course, mention that right shoulder. Decompress it. Let the elbow go behind your head. Let the palm press that right foot closer. Now with the coming inhalation, we're letting the right foot go. With the exhale, we're bringing the left leg towards us and we wiggle the left foot towards the right palm. Now either we're landing on the knee and just start doing those shifts to the back. You can actually reverse. So right now you can be inhale and driving the parallel square sitting bones to the back. Exhale to the front. Keep doing this thigh opening through your leg. This is very important for your knee, for your ankle. So that keeps just working with your left hip on a deeper level than your pigeon pose did. Okay, also okay to be doing this, being here on the top. Just again, make sure you're rotating your thigh externally. Breathe. Okay. And as soon as you're ready, rest in the frontal position. Support yourself with the right hand. When the moment comes, inhale and looking through your left shoulder. But again, this torso rotations, they are not because you push with your hands, because you decided so. You're activating your core, and now exhaling, contracting the glutes, bend the right knee, grab that right foot into your left hand, and enjoy the stretch. Your right quad staying high right now. Okay, just to remind you, your left foot is not flat. You're still leaning on the external pinky toe edge. This will allow you to rotate that left thigh even deeper out. That's why your legs are in a weird one line right now. Enjoy the full breaths through your rib cage. Let your shoulders rotate. Breathe in, breathe out. Now with a common inhale, return back to the center and stand your left foot flat this time, closer to the left hand. Now you can stay on your right knee, but if you want to, you can straighten the leg and tighten the kneecap. As soon as you're ready with this neutral spinal position, rise up. Feel both legs are intensively pushing. Inhaling through external rotation, rise your hands up. Exhaling, either just trust that you feel this core activation, or you can bend the knee and feel it more drastically. Help yourself with the glutes and inner thighs. Inhale, open. Exhale. Again, this is not for proving anything, so your elbows don't have to touch anything. It's just for you to feel. Again, inhale. Again, pack your body, group your body. Two more. Inhale, open. Feel the length in your limbs, legs, arms, and then exhale. Roll the ribs in, roll the hips initially if you need it. Bend the knee to support like the feeling of this grouping. One last time. Exhale. You see, it can be very delicate. I just feel my muscles. And now with the common inhalation, we go into return to the neutral warrior one. You can be on the knee, you can be on the straight leg, and with the common exhale, with the palms in namaste position, we are rotating and inhaling, looking deeper through your left shoulder without crunching, without breaking the neutral spinal line, just feeling this magic of powerful torso rotating through the core, deep activation. We are looking through that shoulder. Now stay here, or you can walk that right foot a little closer, press the right heel and straighten the knee. Inhale, bend the knee, shifting. Again, like driving on those rails. Sitting bones remain parallel. You can do 3, 5, 7, up to 10 reps. Let that left glute say hi to you. Either or, if you're static or like dynamic, it will say hi. Okay, let's do 2 more if you're in dynamics. Burn that left glute. Okay, and now with the inhalation, return to the center. take the left leg away and exhale and cross the knee behind. Like, don't wait for anything. Just start, continue working, continue using that grill in that glute. And turn to you this way. So high lunge, very high amplitude. Inhale through the peak and towards the left shoulder. No torso rotations, no wavings, no bouncings. Feel like you're really controlling your torso position. In 5 more. Exhale behind the right knee. Exhale behind the left shoulder. And breathe. Use that ujjayi. We're almost about to finish. So grill that, or like release all that frustration through the, your ujjayi noise, like you're a Darth Vader right now, about to send the star of death on any weakness in your body. Okay, last 2. Exhale behind. Inhale to the shoulder. Exhale behind us. This is the last one. Okay, and send the left knee forwards. Cross the knees, right knee behind. If that's okay for you, just sit into Yoga Mudhasana. If that's not okay, then do differently. Here you're gonna just sit first, stretch your right leg, then put the left knee on top. Either way, turn your wrist in and let your upper body rest. Right now you're stretching your glute, but also you're opening the area that I was dedicating poetry in the previous rounds, explaining about how important are our kidney, how important is kidney's comfort in our body. So let's arrange that comfort, that self-love. You're resting. This is the final shape before we lay into Shavasana. So Natasha, for you, maybe already a moment to just lay down. 1 more minute of the session just to restore. Either you are ready for Shavasana or remaining in this position. Let's do 1 more soft breath. Inhale into your nose, exhale with ujjayi or sigh. Either sound lets our system know that it's okay. We're good. We're not fighting or flying anywhere or running. Right now, just allow yourself to lay into your Shavasana, supporting your hips, stretching your limbs, putting them spacefully, and allowing your body to breathe naturally with no extremes, just enjoying soft inhales, calming exhales, open for the new state, already being in there, feeling your vibrant pulse and vibrating body, feeling so decompressed, so detoxified, that you're ready to invite new state into your system. Gratitude, love, peace. Feel that energy just ready to change your reality. It's always there. Thank you so much. Know that you are loved, that you're important. I appreciate you being in this class, each of you. And I'm going to check on you tomorrow, as always. I'm going to I already look forward to see you again next Monday. Love you. Namaste.